Hi there, Poison Feather here. I thought I'd make a video a little bit different this time. It's going to be talking a little bit about Diablo, not too much, but I just thought I'd talk about a few other bits. The video is going to be sort of broken down into a couple of parts. It won't be a super long video, so don't worry. I've got my notes this time as well, so I know what I'm talking about. So I'm going to talk about a few YouTubers I recommend. I've done that before in another video. A couple of games I recommend for different consoles, just two. I'm going to show you what's inside the Reaper of Souls Collector's Edition, if nobody's seen that, and I'm just going to waffle on a little bit as well, like I usually do. So anyway, so first of all, I've got three YouTubers which I recommend. I'm going to I'll probably just read from my notes. If not, I'll try and ad lib a little bit. So first we've got King Konga. He's quit Diablo now. He plays other games and he sort of makes more sort of like real life videos and that. But his old Diablo videos, they were really good. They were one of the first Diablo YouTubers I really got into. Really recommend the old videos. He was a funny guy who he knew a lot about Diablo. He put a lot of time and a lot of effort, especially into his barbarians, which he pretty much played all the time. I think when he went hardcore, when he got a bit bored of Diablo, he started playing Witch Doctors, etc. And I think he played. He might even played Crusade at one point. I can't remember. But yeah, you should definitely check some of his older videos out. Check some of his new ones out if you want. But if you're into Diablo, you want to look a few months ago or so. Or if you want some reminiscing, go back to his really early videos, and you can watch some of the vanilla D3 and that, which should be quite enjoyable. It talks a lot about the auction house. There's a video about how he had this super axe, which he bought off a friend for so many billion, and it sort of kind of ruined their friendship. Bit more of a deeper video, but it's worth watching. It's quite interesting. I think you quite easily get into his videos. What else we got? Completely different kind of YouTuber. So Close to Toast. I found him quite a few years ago, and I love his videos. Just always makes me laugh. He's a beatboxer basically. He shows tutorials how to beatbox. He also has videos about what am I trying to say? He has videos playing like Call of Duty, for example, and he's like beatboxing in that. He has sort of like real life videos as well, which I was trying to say, which is quite good to find out a bit more about him and that. I think he does a live stream as well sometimes, but seems like a really genuine nice guy. So that's worth checking out especially if you're into beatboxing and want a bit of a different video, something quite funny. And then last of all, there's a YouTuber called Danger Dolan. He's brilliant. I've watched a fair few of his videos. I'm newer to his videos than a lot of other people's videos, but yeah, it's basically I level my videos to do with lists. I'm always watching lists like top 10 this, top 10 that, or especially more the interesting ones. He's got one, for example, which I think is top 15 magical places you can never visit. That's worth checking out. It's just it's brilliant. The video is really informative. He adds his own comments to the videos as well, which is quite funny. Just to add a little bit of joke to it. But the videos he makes, he must have to put a lot of research, a lot of time, because they are quite informative and that. And to keep like churning the videos out, not churning out as in there's no quality to them, but to keep the quality up and think of things to make lists about. It's just excellent. I highly recommend it. Right, so now I'm going to talk a little bit about a couple of games which I've played quite recently. One of them I really enjoy. The other one, not so much really. I've kind of got a scale, my own personal scale for how what I think of a game rating wise. So for example, 1 to 5. 1 to 5 is easy, and 1 to 10. It's just a lot more less complicated. So we've got number 1, avoid. Don't waste your money basically. 2, you'll quickly put that game down, probably only play it for a few minutes and then get bored. 3, It's definitely worth playing. It's kind of like an average game, a lot of people would enjoy, but nothing super special. 4, a must-have game, a game which is definitely worth owning. You really enjoy it. Maybe not everybody's cup of tea, but it's really worth purchasing. And 5, a masterpiece basically. Probably the games which I would give like 5 out of 5 type of games will be. I mean, obviously, it's only my own personal experience, and what games I like. So I might give a game 5 out of 5, and somebody who's not into that genre, like I really like RPGs, like old school, like JRPGs and that. Like somebody else might play that game who's into like racing games, for example, and be like, "What the hell is this?" That's I wouldn't play that again. So, but yeah, 5 out of 5 are games which I just think are I'll just need to own. If I don't own it, then there must be a ridiculous reason why. Anyway, so a couple of games I was going to talk about. I'll show you them as well. The first one is Knack on the PS4. Okay, right. Let's see what we've got inside. We've got the Knack disc, and as well, you've got. It's quite good actually. You've got a little inlay which is all the buttons and that, which is quite handy. I didn't really actually fancy buying this game, to be honest. Sounds a bit stupid, but yeah, I didn't really fancy it. It's not my kind of game really. It's like a platformy kind of adventure game, I guess. Yeah, basically I wanted a PS4 for a while, and they were out of stock everywhere for such a long time. Eventually, I noticed that Game and also Amazon had received them in stock, and I thought, well, I might as well get it from Game because I'll get points. The prices were the same at the time, so I thought, okay, right, we'll do that. I went to Game, and they only had the Knack bundle in stock, which I was a bit disappointed about. But the guy behind the counter said it's a brilliant game. You should definitely check it out. I asked how much I could trade it in for straight away, so it was only worth £15, I think it was, if that. So I thought I might as well keep it. But yeah, I didn't really like it. I think me and him don't like similar games, I guess. But yeah, so yeah, I'll just quickly talk about it anyway. Kind of yeah, rushed game, I reckon. Quite still. It's polished, but rushed as in it's not really worth. It wasn't really worth of like a release game on the PS4. You saw you actually, like I said, I bought the bundle which had like Knack was plastered all over like the game box and everything. The console box, and it's just not particularly a game worthy of such things. I know like over the years different consoles have had varying degrees of great sort of release games. Some have had poor, or you might get a mixture where you get a couple of good games and a couple of really crappy games. This is more on the sort of like, what was the point in that? It's pretty much, it could have been on PS3, but the graphic wise and that. But anyway. There's a couple of things I do like in it. At the very beginning, when you're to start the tutorial, you're running along, and there's little screens on the wall which actually shows you, what you're doing, which is kind of a cool little thing. I think I've seen that in other games before, but I quite enjoyed that. At the very beginning, when you literally start, there isn't a tutorial for buttons. This is when very beginning. But quite soon they teach you how to press press square for a switch, or whatever sort of thing. But the buttons are quite generic, and like I showed you, the inlay is in the case anyway. If you haven't, you might have bought it second hand and you haven't got the inlay in there anymore. But the buttons are really easy, and then quite quickly it does excuse me, teach you how to do like different things and stuff, and press circle for this and that. So it was the tiniest little gripe. What else have we got? I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the noises coming out of the controller. Certain times you will hear like sound effects coming out of the PlayStation 4 controller. as using that as a plus, I think it's more of a plus uh, as a PS4, rather than the game, because probably every game on the PS4, PS4, like not the PSN games maybe, I don't know, but the PS4 games will have sounds coming out of the controller, I guess. Um, the actual character Knack, when he's little, it's quite a cute little thing. Once you gain these like artifacts or whatever, I won't go into it too much. He grows really big, and he starts to actually look quite evil then. So it's quite a big contrast there. There's a slow mo on the death blows when the last punch to kill a monster or whatever move you use is like slowed down, which is always kind of a plus in games. I quite enjoy that. But I've tried playing it a few times. Where me and my sister both sat down and had a go the other night just to kind of remember what the actual game was like, and we both got very bored very quickly. I think we got about halfway through the first proper level, and I think that's where we got to before, and we were just like, nah, there's nothing appealing to us here to keep us playing. So overall, probably give it 2 out of 5, which, if you remember, was quickly put down, which I said. So yeah, literally, played it for however long, and then just got bored, put it down. Right. So next game I'm going to talk about is going to be Noire on the PS3. This game I actually bought off eBay for, I think it was about £5, I think, which was at the time was really good. I mean, I can't imagine getting it for much cheaper than that, actually, considering it's quite a really good game in that. Unless people have completely done it to death and they just want to get a shot of it. Okay, so if you just give me 1 second, once again, I'm not really sure how to edit my videos, so if I ever need to go and do something and I don't want to stop recording, I have to actually physically keep it rolling for a minute, so just give me a second, I just need to get a quick drink. Oh, right, that's better. What I actually should have done was just put my drink on the side first of all in reach of distance. Anyway, so Noire. See, now this one is a complete contrast to Knack. This game is excellent. It's on a previous gen system, but not it doesn't compare to Knack. It's just this game is a whole other ball game. So inside, you get the disc. Now this game was second hand, so there wasn't any little special things you got in the game case. I don't have them, but yeah. So game book. Obviously, I won't flick through the pages. Excuse me. Back of the case. I think I'll just show that anyway. Right. So Noire. Brilliant game. I love it. I haven't quite completed it yet. Actually, I've been playing it for quite a long time now. But I got kind of got back into it recently. Yeah, just an amazing game. Graphics are amazing, much better than Knack. The technique, I think they may have first used it on this game for like a face overlay on the actual the computer game sprites and that. It's just amazing. It's just like almost like taking a, no, maybe not a photograph, but you can tell it's computer game graphics still, but just the way the characters look, you can tell it's a certain person. So many famous people actually in this game. Their faces were put into put onto these characters and that. I'm trying to think of a couple. There's a guy who played a cop in Heroes. So I'm not very good with people's names. There's the guy who played Walter in Fringe. I haven't actually seen him yet. I've just seen him on housing posters, advertising housings like they do in America, housing developments and that. I think that I'll probably meet him soon because the story's talking about that kind of thing, housing redevelopment and that. So some really famous people in there. People have said this guy out of there's a guy maybe out of Game of Thrones possibly, or there's a guy from, I think it was Mad Men. I think there might be a couple in there, but yeah, generally there's a lot of people in there. Um, the gameplay is pretty easy. There's not, there's nothing particularly difficult in it. First of all, I didn't really fancy the game because although it was got really good reviews, I'm generally not good at these kind of games. There was like the driving around and the interrogate, all that kind of stuff. I just thought, oh, I don't know. It's Rockstar, isn't it? Make the game. I'm sure it is. Yeah, I think it's Rockstar. Yeah, Rockstar. And like I played their like Grand Theft Auto and that, etc. But I was never particularly good at them. I just get wiped out in missions or whatever. But yeah, this game, surprisingly, is pretty easy. The only bit I think some people might find difficult is the actual driving. You have to drive. Well, you don't have to, but there are certain missions where you need to drive, like to chase like a suspect or something in a car. You can either skip them, or you can, which won't affect your story. It'll just skip that little bit. Or if say you just want to get somewhere, a particular location, you can actually set it on your map, or you may have the location in your little notepad, and what will happen is you can get your partner, because you always have a partner with you all the time, like in the game, and he'll like drive somewhere for you automatically, which is quite good. But yeah, easy game. It's quite good. There's a part in it where you can interrogate people, and what it uses as a quite a novelty thing is a sort of a community-based thing where what it will have is you can use these points to you can either remove one wrong answer, a bit like what's it called? What's that thing called? Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? That kind of thing, or you can do it so you can click, like you can choose, say, like you will find out what percentage the majority of the people chose. So for example, you might want to say to the interrogation that is either lying, you doubt him, or he's telling the truth. It comes up with a percentage what people clicked, and it says like sort of like 98% of the people chose that. And then it also says before you'll do that, like that sort of like 88% or something like that of the time people, the community chose the right things. So you can, it's a safe bet to choose like what they choose. Like I said, it uses points and that. You don't get that many. I think you get one when you level up each time and that. What else we got? It's yeah, well, the whole story is good. It's quite easy to get immersed into the narrative. The dialogue's really good, and the facial features, they kind of like do justice to that. Brilliant sort of like it's just basically it's just a big story really you're going through, and that has flashbacks to when the main character yourself was in the war. You don't play at that bit, but it's just giving you a bit of background and stuff like that, which is quite interesting. Music's really good. It's quite atmospheric. The one thing I wanted to talk about actually as well on that game is what am I trying to say? The way the sort of the gameplay sort of pans out, how it starts, and what sort of stages you go through. So at the beginning, you'll get like a case. It shows like the case background in kind of a little movie. It'll be like I don't know, somebody tampering with something, or some, like the potential criminal or potential murderer or whatever is doing something, or and then it will like show you like the scene, what had happened, what the end result is, that kind of thing. Then next of all, you'll be asked to like perhaps there's little extra bits as well. You're doing it, but I'm just going over the sort of like the main stages. You'll go and investigate the crime scene, look for evidence, kind of thing, talk to people, assess, whether they're sort of telling the truth or not. Then you'll quite often have to go to another place, which same sort of thing again, to look for evidence, question people, once again that kind of thing. Then possibly you may have to. Well, it's quite funny actually. You'll be chatting to somebody who's a potential suspect, and suddenly they're gone. They dart off. They run away. The music changes, and you've got to dash after them. They'll quite often just like dashing over fences and running like just going crazy really. Sometimes they're in a car, but mainly they're on foot, running up, going up drain pipes of buildings. You've got to chase them. Usually at the end it ends up you catch them and ends up like a bit of a fight, and that you just whoop their ass and take them into custody. And then you end up interviewing the suspect, which is the interrogation, like I said earlier, which is quite interesting. I tend to kind of use my own sort of like judgment on it. I don't tend to use my points too much unless I'm really stuck. But I tend to get them wrong pretty much most of the time. So maybe it's not all that easy. Maybe it's just part of it's easy. That bit's just how good at analysing you are. Maybe I don't know. But yeah, that's a really good part for it. For example, if you excuse me, if you say to them, excuse me. If you say to them that you think they're lying, you have to actually back it up with a piece of evidence as well. You got like your notebook with all what evidence you've accumulated, and quite often you'll be like saying, "Oh yeah, but I think you're a liar because of this," and they'll be like, "What are you on about? Try again." And suddenly it's like, you failed. Not you failed, but you didn't question correctly for that. You won't be like game over, start again sort of thing. So yeah, there we go. LA Noire. The video's getting quite long now. The next few bits actually hopefully won't take too long. I just wanted to quickly say I'm really enjoying 2.1. Diablo 3, Reaper of Souls. I've done a little bit of everything. Greeds, Griffs, Season. Haven't even looked at Hellfire Unit yet. I will do it at some point. But I've recently changed I'm sure Blizzard wanted me to play Fire Wizard. I know that people are pretty much mostly Fire anyway. It's massive damage and that. But I found I've got all the Firebird set now. I'm using 5-piece with the Ring of Royal Grandeur, and I found a Sloax Madness for Disintegrate and some Mage Fist. Which are pretty good as well, trifectas. So it's all gone on to Disintegrate Fire build. I thought I'd give it a go. I've kept all my cold gear as well because I did really like cold. I liked using my mirror ball, 3 glacial spikes, freezing people and that, and all this kind of stuff. But I'll keep all the stuff in my stash just in case I want to change. I won't get rid of it. But at the moment, fire's pretty good. Pretty good. I've kind of sort of copied somebody's build off of Diablo fans. So I've got a build section now, which is really good. But I've kind of like tweaked it a little bit, changed it how I sort of like it and that, a few odd skills. So last thing I was going to do was just show you what you get in the collector's edition Reaper of Souls. First of all, you get a few in-game items. You get you get some wings, some yellow wings. I think they're Imperious's wings, maybe. What else do you get? You get a little ghostly bone dog thing which just follows you around and that, and a few transmogs as well to change your items. Pretty cool stuff. Also, you get a mouse mat which I'm using at the moment. Maybe I shouldn't use it, but using that. It's got to keep Diablo everywhere I look. Excuse me. This is the actual box. So I think you can pick these up, not too expensive now, to be honest. I can't remember how much this was actually. I don't know whether it was £70 or something, but mainly, Diablo is my game of choice. So if I'm going to spend any money on any games, it's going to be on Diablo. Right, so see, I haven't actually opened this stuff. I'm not going to open it in the video. I'm just going to show you some of the stuff you get in the box. Sorry. So you get a collector's edition behind the scenes DVD. Last time, DVD and Blu-ray actually. Yeah, I remember that. I think I ended up trying to watch it twice because I thought it was there was some extra. Oh, there's a DVD one and a Blu-ray one. Stupidly, the soundtrack, which is really good. I haven't opened that as well. I'll probably open that at some point and rip that on my computer. That would be quite good. Just walking down to work, listen to a bit of Diablo. Actually, probably won't be good because I'll just be pining for it on the way to work. And this bad boy, this looks really cool. I haven't opened this, which is a RoS art book. It's a shame, really. You don't really want to open any of this, but you want to enjoy it. So, I will do it at some point. I think. I think that's all you get in there. Obviously, the game, of course. Am I going to be able to close it up now? Yes. Right. Anyway, I've got the. Excuse me. This is what was inside the box, or was on the outside. I can't remember. It says exactly what you get in it. I'm just going to have a quick look to see if there's anything I missed. Soundtrack, Blu-ray disc with DVD as well. Game, art book, mouse mat. You also get a World of Warcraft pet treasure goblin, and StarCraft 2 Crusader portraits and Malthael decals. Cool. So I think they're like you get like little, like they're your avatar picture or something, and maybe your clan gets a little, little banner or something. I don't know, little shape. I'm not sure. I haven't played StarCraft. Yeah, so there we go. Actually, one more thing quickly. I'll tell you what I did get as well when I got Reaper of Souls. Full of dust and stuff. Unfortunately, I've damaged it now. Something got stuck on it. I think it was a lolly which melted. But yeah, this is quite good. It's obviously the only problem with these books, pretty much as soon as they do a slight patch or a slight alteration, all the stuff well, not all the stuff, but a lot of the stuff comes redundant, like the skills or what they're doing and stuff. But it's quite good to find out where stuff is and what some of the item sets are and that. So if you can pick one up cheap now, it's definitely worth having, and just nice to read through. Quite often I'll just flick through it and just that kind of thing. Anyway, I think that's about it really. Once again, I hope this was recorded okay, because it's about half an hour of me waffling on, and if it doesn't work, then I'll just, I don't know, cry maybe. But yeah, anyway, take care everybody, and I'll be making another video soon. I'm not sure what to talk about next time. Maybe some in-game footage again. Although the last in-game footage I've done, for some reason I watched it back. First of all, it didn't, the actual like the footage didn't seem very clear, and also I had my in-game sort of sound effects a bit too loud, so next time I'm going to turn that down a bit. But you live and learn. And like I said, one day I'll be having like different like animations and bits on my videos, like professional, kind of like some of the guys which I said to about earlier in the video, the ones who really know what they're doing. I would look forward to doing all that. But I've got in-game footage sorted out, quite quickly, so that's quite positive. Anyway, waffling again. Take care, everybody, and hopefully I'll see you all again soon. Goodbye. Boys and Feather out. And I haven't pressed it. Anyway, bye.